Now at the second week, or this is so simple. You have to remember all my points. Okay, first of all, n- in the second week, what's happening and what's not happening. Many of students confuse so much confused in the second week, but second week is so easy, so much easy. Okay, and the second thing is this complete we will understand in the complete detail. Okay, this is just an overview and this overview help you a lot. Okay, you don't need any other thing. Now again, come to the second week. Okay, in the first week there is implantations occur, and implantation occur and blastocyst stage. Now in the second week, the thing is just like you have to understand that you are telling, you are teach learning the balls. Okay, the ball, this is the ball. Okay, now this ball have the outer covering that is called, that is the outer covering that is called tropoblast. The outer covering is called the tropoblast. Actually the outer covering is the tropoblast. Now if the outer covering is the tropoblast, the outer covering is the tropoblast. So what you have to understand, the outer covering has tropoblast. Now this will enter into the uterus of the mother. Okay, and after entering, what it happen, what will happen now? Wait, okay, I again draw you a ball. This is a ball, this is a ball, okay, to you. And now I come here and tell to you that this ball has an outer covering, this is a ball, this is a ball, this is the outer covering that is called tropoblast. This is the tropoblast, and there is some, this is the outgrowth. This outgrowth is come due to, this outgrowth is for the implantation, for to go inside to the uterus. So now this enter into the uterus and this has outer covering that is called tropoblast, and it also have the inner cells that is called inner cell mass. This is inner cells, or this is the inner cells mass. Okay, now I will tell you that the inner cells mass in the second week two things occur. One is the, this is the single layer. Okay, this is the inner cell mass. The inner cell mass become, for example, divided into two layer. If this is the ball, in between the ball there is a two layer form from the inner cell, one layer and two layer, one layer, one layer and one layer and two layer, one layer and first layer and second layer. These two layers are formed. Okay, now when these two layers are formed, so the space above these two layers are called the space above these two layers. This is the four-dimensional ball. You have to understand. I will tell you in the videos and the complete animation, but you have now to understand. This is the ball, and you have to divide the ball into two spaces. One is above the disc, the bilaminar. This is called bilaminar disc. The inner cell mass convert into bilaminar disc. The space above the ball, the space above the disc is called amniotic amniotic cavity, amniotic space, and the space below the ball is called umbilical vesicle. Okay, now let's go on how the outer covering is called tropoblast. So, or this is actually the syncytial tropoblast. This is the syncytial tropoblast, the outgrowth of the tropoblast that is called syncytial tropoblast. So in the syncytial tropoblast there is a space formed that is called lacuna, and that space, you have to understand that this is a four dimensional. I again and again say that due to this four dimension many students confuse. So this is a four dimension from all side, just like a ball enter into the uterus, ball enter into the uterus of the womb, and around that there is a space, there is a syncytial tropoblast, and lacuna appear, a space appear in that is called lacuna. Okay, now go on. The, or this is the tropoblast. Okay, this is the tropoblast. The outer covering of the ball is called tropoblast, and the outgrowth is called syncytial tropoblast. Okay, And syncytial trophoblast, a lacuna appear. In the lacuna, the bloods come, the blood island, okay, created. Now the trophoblast divided into two, okay. One is like this is the trophoblast, one is this trophoblast, and extra embryonic mesoderm, this is the extra embryonic mesoderm, okay. So between, actually, this trophoblast, for example, this is the outer covering, okay. This outer covering, this is outer covering, okay. This outer covering divide into two. So between these two layer, for example, this is the outer covering, this divide into two. So between these two, a space created, okay. A space created, that is called extra embryonic mesoderm, extra embryonic coelom. Actually, between the trophoblast, a space created, that space is called extra embryonic coelom. Now don't go complete to this. After that, this is actually the embryonic disc, that is the bilaminar disc, okay. The glands, eroded gland, for example, in the female uterus, there is a glands, like the gland eroded, and the blood come from maternal blood, this is the maternal blood. So the maternal blood come to the syncytial trophoblast lacunas, okay. And this become, the nutrient is so much nutrient come to here. Now another thing is the, actually, you have to understand the ball, that the ball is present in the inside of the uterus, okay. This is the ball, and we have divide the ball, we have actually the ball, and the ball, we have cut the ball and see it from the side, okay. Here is the bilaminar disc, okay. This is the trophoblast, and between these there is another trophoblast, that is called extra embryonic mesoderm, and between them there is a space, that is called uh, actually extra embryonic coelom. Now this is extra embryonic mesoderm. Now another from the X, there is a, I have tell you, one is the outer trophoblast, one is the inner trophoblast. Here are when the trophoblast divided, one is the outer trophoblast and the another is the inner trophoblast, okay. After this going on, and the maternal blood created, etc., this is the coelom. And now, are you know that the outer trophoblast invaginates, outgrow to the syncytial trophoblast, and these have called primary villi. When these enter, this is called primary villi. Now you have know that we are talking about the ball, okay. We have the ball enter into the uterus, okay. This is the ball enter into the uterus, and in the and again I say to you, there is a trophoblast, there is a trophoblast, okay. This is the trophoblast around the ball, and the outgrowth come, that is called syncytial trophoblast from the ball, and there is a space created, that is called lacunas, okay. And a space created, that is called lacuna, okay. And again, this is the this is the trophoblast, okay. This is the syncytial trophoblast. And after that, sometime the trophoblast cytotroph the tropho this is the trophoblast, cytotrophoblast, this is syncytial. This trophoblast divided into two layers, one is the outer trophoblast, one is the inner trophoblast, okay. So you have to again think that this is divided into two layer. If you remove this layer from the ball, the another layer come of the cytotrophoblast, that is called inner trophoblast. And when, if you remove that layer, the another layer, so if you remove, and between, if this is the ball, okay, if this is the ball, so you have to understand, if you divide this ball just like this, if you divide this ball, cut this ball, okay, in 4 dimension, in you have see the ball, divide the ball, the space above the ball is called amnion, okay. This is the amnion, and the space below is called the umbilical vesicle, okay. Now you have to understand, and between this ball, there is a thing, that is called the bilaminar disc or embryonic disc, okay. For example, I show to you that this the division layer is called the bilaminar disc. There are two layer bilaminar disc, one is the space above the disc and the space below the disc. Okay, this is called the extra embryonic disc. Okay, now another thing, we move on. Okay, now in the third week we have on, we don't know, we will not discuss the amniotic cavity, etc. We just remove this ball, this embryonic disc. Okay, the that is present between, that divide the ball into two layers, into two things. Okay, this, okay, we take this and we will discuss this in the third week. Okay, so in the, you have to revise the second week. In second week there is a bilaminar disc form, and another thing is the syncytial trophoblast, and the syncytial trophoblast form, and the cytotrophoblast divide into outer trophoblast and inner trophoblast, and the lacunas appear, and the trophoblast invaded that form a primary villi. Okay, and this is the connecting stalk with the mother uterus. Okay, now we will move on into the third week, that what will happen in the third week. Okay,